Mark Carney, the former governor of the Bank of England, has traded British pounds for Canadian dollars. Known for his adept handling of financial crises and his forward-thinking economic policies, Carney's transition from the world of central banking to the political arena has been nothing short of remarkable. His tenure at the Bank of England was marked by a steady hand during turbulent times, and now, he brings that same level of expertise and calm to the highest office in Canada. He was sworn in as Canada's Prime Minister on March 14, 2025. The ceremony was a historic moment filled with both hope and anticipation. As Carney took the oath of office, he promised to lead with integrity, transparency, and a commitment to the well-being of all Canadians. His swearing-in was attended by dignitaries from around the world, signaling the global interest in his leadership. His first act as PM? A trip across the pond. This wasn't just any trip, it was a carefully planned diplomatic mission aimed at reinforcing Canada's position on the global stage. Carney's choice to visit Europe first underscores his commitment to strengthening international alliances and addressing global challenges head-on. It's a significant move, signaling a clear foreign policy priority for the newly minted leader. By engaging with European leaders early in his tenure, Carney is setting the tone for a collaborative and proactive approach to international relations. His background in economics and finance gives him a unique perspective on the interconnectedness of global markets and the importance of strategic partnerships. Carney's first official trip as Prime Minister has taken him to Europe. During his visit, he has met with key figures in the European Union, discussing a range of issues from trade agreements to climate change. His ability to navigate complex political landscapes and build consensus is already being put to the test. This isn't just a courtesy call, it's a strategic move aimed at laying the groundwork for future collaborations. Carney's meetings have been described as productive and forward-looking, with a focus on mutual benefits and shared goals. His approach is one of diplomacy and pragmatism, seeking to find common ground even in areas of disagreement. It's a strategic move aimed at strengthening ties with key allies. By prioritizing these relationships, Carney is demonstrating his understanding of the importance of unity and cooperation in addressing global challenges. His efforts are not just about immediate gains, but about building a foundation for long-term stability and prosperity. The world is watching to see how Carney will navigate the choppy waters of international relations. His every move is being scrutinized not just by political analysts, but by citizens around the globe who are eager to see how his leadership will impact their lives. Carney's reputation as a problem solver and a visionary leader is both a strength and a challenge as he steps into this new role. He's facing a global landscape increasingly defined by uncertainty, economic instability, geopolitical tensions, and the ongoing impacts of climate change are just a few of the issues on his plate. Carney's ability to remain calm under pressure and his knack for finding innovative solutions will be crucial as he navigates these turbulent times. And let's be honest, there's one particularly large elephant in the room that everyone's trying to ignore. The relationship with the United States, Canada's closest neighbor and largest trading partner, is fraught with challenges. Carney's diplomatic skills will be put to the test as he seeks to manage this complex and often contentious relationship. The stakes are high, and the world is watching to see how he will rise to the occasion. Carney's European tour is all about building bridges. As the former governor of the Bank of Canada and the Bank of England, Mark Carney is no stranger to the intricacies of international diplomacy and economic policy. His experience and expertise make him a key figure in fostering stronger ties between Canada and Europe. He wants to deepen the relationship between Canada and its European partners. This isn't just about economics, it's about creating a robust framework for future collaboration in various sectors, including technology, education, and environmental sustainability. This is particularly important given the current political climate. With rising populism and nationalism, the need for stable and reliable partnerships has never been greater. Carney's mission is to ensure that Canada and Europe can rely on each other in times of uncertainty. The Trump administration has strained relations between the U.S. and many of its traditional allies. This has created a vacuum that other nations are eager to fill. Canada sees this as an opportunity to step up and play a more significant role on the global stage. Tariffs and trade wars have become the norm. These economic tensions have disrupted global supply chains and created uncertainty in markets worldwide. By strengthening ties with Europe, Canada aims to mitigate some of these risks and ensure more stable economic growth. Carney's trip is a clear signal that Canada is looking to diversify its international partnerships. This diversification is not just a strategic move but a necessity in a world where geopolitical landscapes are constantly shifting. The trip is about more than just trade, though. It's about shared values. Cultural exchanges and mutual understanding are crucial for building a relationship that goes beyond mere transactions. Canada and Europe share a commitment to democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. These shared values form the bedrock of their relationship and provide a strong foundation for future cooperation. These values are increasingly under threat around the world. Authoritarian regimes and political instability are on the rise, making it more important than ever for like-minded nations to stand together. By working together, Canada and Europe can be a force for good on the global stage. Their collaboration can set an example for other nations and help promote peace, stability, and prosperity worldwide. First stop on Carney's European tour, Paris. The City of Lights provided a fitting backdrop for discussions about trade, tariffs, and the importance of international cooperation. Carney met with French President Emmanuel Macron. The two leaders discussed the negative impact of Trump's tariffs. They agreed on the importance of fair trade practices. Macron, always the diplomat, avoided directly criticizing Trump. However, he made it clear that France is not happy with the current state of affairs. From Paris, Carney traveled to London. His journey was not just a simple trip from one city to another, it was a return to a place where he had left a significant mark. Paris, with its romantic allure and historical grandeur, was just a prelude to the more profound connections he had in London. This visit had a special significance for the Canadian PM. It wasn't just about political diplomacy, it was about rekindling old relationships and forging new paths. The Canadian Prime Minister's presence underscored the importance of this visit, highlighting the deep-rooted connections between the two nations. He served as the governor of the Bank of England from 2013 to 2020. During his tenure, Carney navigated the UK through some of its most challenging economic times, including the aftermath of the global financial crisis and the uncertainties surrounding Brexit. His leadership was marked by a steady hand and a clear vision for economic stability. You could say he knows the place. London, with its bustling streets and iconic landmarks, was more than just a city to Carney. It was a place where he had built a legacy. The familiarity of the cityscape was a testament to the years he had spent shaping its financial future. Carney met with Prime Minister Keir Starmer. Their discussions were likely centered around the current economic climate, the challenges facing the UK, and the potential for future collaborations. The meeting was a blend of old acquaintances catching up and new strategies being forged. He also had an audience with King Charles III. This meeting was not just a formality, it was a reflection of the respect and recognition Carney had earned over the years. The handshake with the king symbolized a bridge between the past and the future, a nod to Carney's contributions and the potential for future endeavors. Details of their discussions remain under wraps. However, the significance of these closed-door meetings cannot be understated. They are often where the most impactful decisions are made, away from the public eye, shaping the future of nations. But it's safe to say that Brexit and the future of the UK-Canada relationship were high on the agenda. The implications of Brexit have been far-reaching, affecting trade, immigration, and diplomatic relations. Carney's insights and experience were invaluable in navigating these complex issues. Carney's visit to London was a reminder of the deep historical and cultural ties between Canada and the UK. These ties have been built over centuries through shared history, common values, and mutual respect. The cultural exchanges and the presence of Canadian tourists in London were a testament to this enduring relationship. It also highlighted the importance of the Commonwealth in a changing world. The Commonwealth, with its diverse member states, represents a unique blend of cultures, economies, and political systems. In an era of global uncertainty, the unity and cooperation within the Commonwealth are more crucial than ever. Carney's visit was a reaffirmation of these values and the shared future of its member nations. Section 5, Trump's Tariff Tantrum. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, Donald Trump. The former U.S. president seems to have a real knack for making headlines, and not always in a good way. Trump's administration slapped a 25% tariff on Canadian goods. He threatened even more tariffs on all Canadian products. This trade war, like most trade wars, has been a complete disaster. But Trump didn't stop there. He made provocative comments about annexing Canada. He seemed to forget that Canada is a sovereign nation, and that Canadians are quite fond of their independence. Carney, in response to Trump's antics, has been firm but measured. He emphasized Canada's sovereignty. He made it clear that Canada will never be part of the United States. Canada is reviewing its purchase of American-made F-35 fighter jets. This is a direct response to the trade war. It's a clear message that Canada is willing to take action to defend its interests. Carney's stance has been met with widespread support in Canada. Canadians are a proud bunch. They don't take kindly to threats or bullying. Macron, never one to miss an opportunity, has been busy on the international stage. He's been encouraging European allies to reduce their dependence on American military hardware. This is music to the ears of many in Europe. They're concerned about Trump's America First policies. They're looking for ways to assert their own independence. Macron also discussed the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. He's been pushing for a peaceful resolution. He's also been critical of Russia's actions. Back in Canada, the political scene is heating up. Carney is expected to call a federal election soon. The Trump factor is looming large. Some experts believe that the tensions with the United States could benefit Carney's Liberal Party. Carney has said that he's open to meeting with Trump, but only if there's respect for Canadian sovereignty. Don't hold your breath for that one. Experts are closely watching Carney's handling of the US-Canada relationship. They stress the importance of trade diversification. Canada has long been reliant on the United States, but it's clear that this dependence is no longer in Canada's best interests. Another key issue is Arctic sovereignty. The Arctic is becoming increasingly important, especially as climate change opens up new shipping routes. Canada needs to assert its presence in the region, and it needs to work with its allies to do so.